scores! As you can see by our neckwear, this series is not tied. It is 2-0 for the Mississauga Rebels against the Junior Canadiens. The Junior Canadiens looking to starve off elimination, looking to get their first win of the series. This is Sammy Brzozowski. I'm joined by Simon Hendricks once again.
Oh, I'm so glad to be back. Game 3, it's all or nothing for the Junior Canadiens, and they're going back to William Camputaro for Game 3. I think that is going to pay off for them. I don't see them getting swept by the Rebels as they were coming into this series as the favorite, and William Camputaro was a big part of that. I know Gavin Betts has been playing lights out, but I think Camputaro is in for a big game.
Yeah, so it's no shock that it is Gavin Betts getting the start for the Rebels, Camputaro for the Junior Canadiens. Now, let's get right into it. We saw a phenomenal game from the Rebels, and the Junior Canadiens, they're going to have to pull out all the stops. And a guy who always pulls out all the stops is your player to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Dimian Zilkin, what can I say about him? He's sneaky good. He's like, you look at a stat sheet and you'll be like, oh my gosh, how did this guy who I didn't even see really touch the puck that much get 4 assists? And it's like, well, he's just able to make that first pass, make that great breakout into his zone entry, and able to set up his teammates like no other. He is incredibly skilled. He can make goals come out of absolutely nowhere. Dimian Zilkin is a big player for the Junior Canadiens, and he will have to step up big time if they want to force a Game 4.
And a player who stepped up big time for the Mississauga Rebels in Game 2, that was Karskadin.
Yeah, I mean, he had the goal for the Rebels in Game 2, and I think he complements Zerwowski very well, like we said in the post-game show and the pre-game show on our Game 2 broadcast. I just think if he's able to complement all of their star players yet again, maybe take some of the load off, maybe take some of the defensive pressure off their star players, he should be able to impact the Rebels like no other.
Yeah, and it'll be the Junior Canadiens. They're hoping to impact the Rebels negatively like no other, because if they don't, they will not get the victory. Their season will end tonight. So what can they do to ensure that does not happen, ensure that they live to fight another day?
Well, I mean, like you said, it's all or nothing. There is no tomorrow. You have to play like there is no tomorrow, because this very well could be their last game of the season. But with that, you also have to keep in mind they have to be just an all-around good team. They have to have a very sound game for them. Stay out of the penalty box. Make good, crisp passes on the tape. Have good vision. Be aggressive. All things need to come together to pull out a victory, especially in the playoffs. And this game is no different from that. And at the same time, like I said, with trying to be aggressive, you also have to compete for your goalie. I mean, I felt bad for Ingram in that last game as their team hung him out to dry on multiple occasions, multiple defensive zone turnovers for the Junior Canadiens. You really can't be doing that, especially in an elimination playoff game like this one.
That's right. And like you said, elimination playoff game, one team could be heading to the semifinals tonight, and that is the Mississauga Rebels. 1 game away, 3 periods away from getting into the semifinals, ensuring a top 4 place. But what can they do to close it out, end it here, say bye-bye to the Habs?
Well, I don't know about you, but I might be putting my bets on the Rebels to win this one, meaning that Gavin Betts is going to need to step up big time again this game. You saw him do it in Game 1 and in Game 2. I think if he's able to, again, he's had over 950 save percentage in both games. That's incredible for this young goaltender. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it up for 3 straight games, especially because this is the playoffs where, play seems to increase in tempo, be more aggressive and everything like that. But if he's able to continue his good play, it'll be very tough for the Canadiens to get past this Rebels team this round, maybe even this game. And, like I was saying, they were able to create a lot of offensive turnovers in the Canadiens' defensive end. If they're able to recreate that, I think they'll be able to, really squeeze the neck and squeeze the life out of this Junior Canadiens team. And with that, they just have to conduct the tempo. I think for as fast and as skilled as the Junior Canadiens are, for the most part, the Rebels have set the tone, especially in Game 2. Not so much in Game 1, but especially in Game 2, they were able to set the tempo and keep the pace of play where they were the ones dictating it. So I think if they were able to do that, they will come out of this game with a victory.
We'll see who will set the tempo. We'll see who will be the conductor of today's game. But let's jump down to the ice level. Let's catch Game 3 between the Mississauga Rebels and the Toronto Junior Canadiens.
Let's jump in this third game of a quarterfinal series between the Toronto Junior Canadiens and the Mississauga Rebels. The Rebels are off to a 2-0 commanding lead in this one. The Junior Canadiens are looking to avoid elimination in this one. It's been the story of Gavin Betts for why the Rebels have this lead in the series thus far. I'm Blake Hanlon, joined by Sammy Brzezowski. I want to ask you something right out of the gate, Sammy. What do the Junior Canadiens have to do to solve Gavin Betts?
I'm not sure how to solve Gavin Betts, to be honest with you, Blake, and I don't think the Junior Canadiens are either. But once they do figure out a way to solve him, they'll be in for a more successful trip. They'll be in for a more successful result in this game. And they're going to have to do it. So if I'm the Junior Canadiens early in this game, like Braden Krawczyk is about to do, I am just throwing anything onto the net of Betts and figuring out his weaknesses. Jump for rebounds, jump for those gritty chances. Don't allow him to stay comfortable in this game.
A shot from Zilkin goes a little bit wide there. The Junior Canadiens down 2-0 in this series. Definitely not what people were expecting in this series. The Rebels, although a good team, the Junior Canadiens had a very strong regular season. They have a lot of depth throughout their entire lineup, paired with some great goaltending with Camputaro and Ingram. They go back to William Camputaro tonight, another great goalie in this age division in the GTHL. But it's been Gavin Betts and Cole Zerwoski, and actually on the forward front been Alex Karskadin, a little surprise unsung hero in this quarterfinal series thus far. As we see Zerwoski take it up now, gets knocked off the puck through the neutral zone. Becca Littman got him off there, and Bodie Ryan tries to get through for the Rebels now. The puck in the neutral zone is picked up by Littman, dropped over to Ryan. Not offside, tries to center it back over to Littman. Ryan couldn't get it quite there. The Rebels have it behind the net now. Bouncing puck in front. Good opportunity for Junior Canadiens, but it goes out to the point. Shot there, just wide from Faria. The Rebels look to take it the other way now. Trying to get it past the blue line. It is not able to get it, but they'll recoup and get it over to the left side now. Hitting Owen McGuckin on the right-hand side. He loses the puck as his teammates went for a change. The Junior Canadiens get it the other way now, pushing it through the neutral zone, but Tully is able to get it by and throw it around the boards. Cavitora thought about it, but didn't go to it.
Yeah, we've seen the goalies come out of their net for a lot of plays this series so far. Gavin Betts definitely being the perpetrator on that play. You know, we see him come out of his net a lot. He's kind of has that Mike Smith ability to just get out and start the rush, start the breakout. But hey, you got to give him his credit. He has done that flawlessly, and it hasn't affected his game whatsoever.
He has been more of an aggressive goaltender this series so far, but when you have the confidence that he should have right now of phenomenal play between the pipes, it makes it easier for him to make those gutsy plays to play the puck and get them over to his teammates on the rush. As the Junior Canadiens try to start a rush of their own, but that will be declared offside, running into each other at the line. This puck will be dropped at the face-off circle just outside the blue line on the left-hand side. Will be Krawczyk against Kruger on there. Krawczyk wins the draw here, and it'll go back over to Zoo at the point as the Junior Canadiens look to start something up here. Play in the neutral zone gets to the Rebels now. The Rebels get it over to Tully. He drops it down over to the boards now. Camputaro plays it, but that will be an icing going back to the Rebels' end.
Yeah, and neither team really able to set up in this game so far. And for the Canadiens, that's fine. You don't want to allow the Rebels to become comfortable in this game because the Rebels are going to play like they know they're up 2 games, right? So they know they can be a little bit riskier with offense, take a couple more chances than they might because they have a nice little window that they set up for themselves. The Junior Canadiens, however, they need to create offense. They need to win this game, but they also cannot lose. If they lose, it's done. Season over, goodbye. So what they need to do is just be careful. They're going to have a tendency to play a little bit more aggressive, but what they need to do is take this one shift at a time, one game at a time, and just start firing as they can.
Is that something you suggest to their game plan, is to play a little bit more cautious or come out aggressive against the Rebels in this one?
It's maybe not play more cautious, but it's play more smart, you know? I wouldn't say the one thing that is not cautious about their offense, what they need to do is just fire the puck because they've been playing creatively. They've been waiting for the smart shot, and they haven't been able to solve bets often in this series. So they need to figure out what his weaknesses are, figuring out what works for them, and they can do that with an aggressive shot-taking approach. But when it comes to defense, their breakouts, and the way in which they carry it in and out of the zones, that's when they need to be cautious and make the smart play.
As Ryan gets it over in transition now, tries to hit Krawczyk off the rush, but it's intercepted by the Rebels. The Rebels will recoup it back. That was Colton Woods who gets over to his defense now. Tully throws it up the center of the ice, but it's not met with any stakes. There's a lot of play in the neutral zone thus far. There's some pushing and shoving. It looks like there will be a penalty called on the play with the Rebels and Junior Canadiens. Get a little bit scuffle towards the Junior Canadiens bench. We'll see who will get the penalty in this one. It will be the Rebels, I think, going off here. I think Kruger was a little bit surprised that he's going to the box. He thought he was going back to his own bench, but he will get a 2-minute penalty for the Rebels, and the Junior Canadiens look to go get on the power play in this one.
Yeah, and an early power play goal here could go a long way in just generating the momentum, kind of giving them their confidence back. Because the Junior Canadiens, we saw them play confidently all season. They have so many offensive options and guys that play with confidence, but for the last 2 games, they've been playing a little bit scared, and I understand why. They're playing a tough Rebels team, and they haven't been able to solve a tough Rebels goalie in Gavin Betts. But they need to just generate their confidence back, because when they play with the ability, to play with the knowledge that they know they can score, they play a lot better, and they play a stronger, more cohesive game.
Puck is over to Ney in the corner now. Ney tries to get it back over to Zoo at the point, but Zerwowski takes it away, and he'll start a rush of his own. Kevitaro comes out to get it out of harm's way, and he'll drop it over to Ney. Ney will leave it for Zoo behind the net now. Zoo looks to start it up here. He drops it over to Ambrosio. Ambrosio over to Ney. Ney to Skinner. Skinner trying to find that through puck over to Kelly, but Kelly gets that puck intercepted. Couldn't quite get his stick on that one. Puck will be sent back over to the Junior Canadiens end as they'll start in transition here. Skinner will try to get that loose puck, and he will, around the net now. He has the help of Ryan and Kelly. Over to Ambrosio at the point. Ambrosio throws it on net. It's scooped up. Rebound in front. A nice save from Betts there. The Junior Canadiens couldn't scoop that one up. Skinner tries to do something with it, but is unable to. But it'll go back to the point. Ambrosio, shot. Blocked by his own teammate in front. Off the kneecap on that one. Ambrosio has it once more. He'll leave it over to Ryan on the boards. Ryan wraps it around, and it'll go over to Faria. Faria will step up over to help Kelly. Ambrosio covers Faria's spot. Kelly turns around, but it's cleared out by the Rebels. They intercept Kelly's attempt to keep that puck in the zone here. A good clear from the Rebels.
Yeah, great play from Colton Woods to pin Adam Kelly against the boards there, not allow that puck to go through, and just fire it down, go for the change. That's a smart PK ability from Woods that we've seen throughout this series.
Zilkin with a head of speed going towards that. Trying to center in front, but is unable to hit the stick of De Silva. Faria keeps at the point. Drops over to Zilkin once more. Zilkin, nice little nifty edge work here. We've talked about it all series long. He has good skating and has good perception out there on the ice. Faria steps up, tries to intercept the pass. Shot on net there, so a little wide of William Camputaro. Zilkin will scoop it back up. It will hit De Silva. The other way with it now. That's Faria stepping up. Off the rush. Snagged by Betts. Getting that easily. Attaching that to his glove.
Yeah, Betts doing what he's done all series, just remaining calm and solid in his net and carrying the load for the Rebels. I mean, we've seen throughout these 2 games, it has been a lot of Junior Canadiens offense. In fact, if you tallied up the puck possession, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the Junior Canadiens coming out ahead. But Gavin Betts has truly come out ahead in this series, being able to stop all but a couple shots on the hands of the Junior Canadiens.
A hand pass. There will be a whistle blown just outside the Rebels zone in this one. It will be Braden Krawczyk getting out there to try to win this face-off, as referee are ensuring that Ney and Woods stay healthy out there, making sure that they don't get too feisty, as we saw a scruffle going on earlier in this period.
Yeah, and Zoo going for a huge hit on Bilecki there in the corner. It looks like Bilecki just dodged that one. But the physicality might start to ramp up in this game, as it's been 2 games of intense hockey, a really good condensed series. So the frustration's going to come out a bit, passion's going to fly, and you might see some fights.
Loose puck there. Kelly tried to get to it, but was unable to. He was swarmed off by the Rebels defense. Shot from Zoo at the point. Bouncing. Betts jumping out of harm's way. Even though that puck wasn't getting towards his net, he tried to make a diving play there, looking like Derek Jeter at shortstop. Adam Kelly has it along now, looking for his teammates. Carries it over to the blue line. Throwing a bouncing puck in front, trying to find the stick of Maguire Pruill. Behind the net now, the Junior Canadiens still retain possession. Zoo at the point. Throws it on net. Stopped easily, blocked in front by the Rebels. A nice block there by Matthew Hobbs to get out of harm's way of Betts.
And maybe, Blake, they're figuring out what's working. The Junior Canadiens have been utilizing the point shot a lot. And so far, his long-range ability to see the puck and his vision has been very strong. Gavin Betts, that is. But we saw a deflection in front there, and it seemed like that kind of caught him off guard. He wasn't able to regroup as fast as his other movements. So maybe the Junior Canadiens can start utilizing those plays, get some bodies in front, take the shots from the points, because we've seen with bigger goalies, it's harder to react than it is the smaller ones.
That puck went high, but it will stay in play here as Betts will play it along the net now. With pressure, he throws along the boards, and it'll hit the stick of Kaminker on the point. Kaminker wraps it back around over to Ryan. Ryan didn't play it, leaves it for Skinner to get the opportunity. Rebels try to clear it out of the zone here. Kaminker trying to close off any potential rush. They get it out. Burlock attacks Skinner. Skinner on the left side of the boards. Plays the body of Karskaden instead of playing the puck. Potential interference call that could have been called on that one, but the Rebels will look to turn it the other way. Dropping the puck. Trying to hit Burlock over the blue line, but is unable to, as that will be Littman who carries up. And that will be a potential offside on that one, but it didn't hit the stick of our Canadiens forward.
No, that was bad vision from Zilkin. He kind of I think he got too caught up in the pass from Littman, didn't really know where he was, so the Canadiens were forced to regroup, slowing down a rush.
Littman will look to break into the zone now, but it's scooped up by Colosimo. Colosimo will throw it along the boards, but it's kept in by Ambrosio. Betts coming out of his net once more, looking around the ice. You really saw him kind of look to see if anyone's going downfield there, but he'll leave it for his defense. The Junior Canadiens still have it in their zone. Very fast-paced game, trying to get something started for both teams. They have failed to do so, but they have both been very competitive. Big hit by Zilkin along the Rebels bench there. McGuckin will throw it just wide of Camputaro. The Junior Canadiens will look to get it started here. Carrying through the zone, that's Jet Kawaja. Over to Ney. Ney tries to get over to Kelly, but it's just behind him, as the Rebels will turn it the other way. That's Zerwowski. Zerwowski, a little nifty move on his backhand, trying to get around him. Camputaro came out, and you'll have to readjust. A nice move from Zerwowski, and the Rebels have it deep in their zone now. And I think there might be a penalty on the play, and there will be. I think that will go to Javian Ney on Zerwowski's attempt to get to the net there. That will be a 2-minute penalty, and the Junior Canadiens lose one of their best players.
And a beautiful play from Zerwowski to create that play in order to get Ney into the box. We saw him go for the little Lemieux through the stick, windmill play on the one-on-one. His creativity is astounding to drive towards the net of William Camputaro, and he almost got it through. He got pulled down, he drew the penalty, and now an opportunity for the Rebels to gain some momentum back.
They will win the faceoff. Bilecki throws it high, snagged by Camputaro out of midair, kind of making that look easy, even though it was just high of the net.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's going to play some baseball in the offseason, but for his sake, let's hope that offseason doesn't start tonight.
Zerwowski has it on the point now. Dragging it back, but he drops it over to the sideboards. He throws it on net, but it's just wide, and it'll be picked up by McGuckin. McGuckin over to Zerwowski at the point. Zerwowski, nifty little dangles right now, but he drops over to McGuckin once more. Back to Zerwowski. Over to Bilecki. Bilecki over to McGuckin. He throws it on net. Nice save there from Camputaro. Camputaro readjusting, flailing over the net, but the Rebels don't get a shot off on that one. Zerwowski keeps it in. He drops it over to Woods. Woods, a shot there from the side, is not able to meet Camputaro. Krawczyk looks to clear, but Zerwowski keeps it in. Zerwowski stepping up, shoots it wide. A nice job to contest from Krawczyk there. Karskaden along the net now, behind. Woods drops it over to Zerwowski. Zerwowski throws on that bouncing puck, stabbed away by Camputaro. McGuckin still has it, and he drops over to Karskaden on the left side of the boards now. Back over to Bilecki. Bilecki, shot is blocked. The Rebels will keep it in. Karskaden keeping it now. Bodie Ryan with a nice clear as the Junior Canadiens get a nice clear and a good change in this one. Betts getting it out now. Zerwowski off the rush, trying to catch him in the change, but shot is wide. He will look to get a change in this one. He's been out there for a while. And the Junior Canadiens turn it the other way now. A good opportunity, shorthanded. A nice hit there from, wow, Andrew Belosimo knocking him down. A good chance for the Junior Canadiens with the Rebels shut the door.
Yeah, and the Rebels forced some good opportunities in front of the net of Camputaro, that whole power play exchange with that first unit. But I want to talk about the play of Maguire-Proulx. I think he stopped a goal there. We saw McGuckin trying to throw one in front for Karskaden, and Proulx got just a little leg of it. He got the body down along the ice, and he blocked the lane in front. That was a surefire goal, so he definitely saved the Canadiens' chances in this one. He should be giving himself a pat on the back.
A potential goal, a deciding goal. We've seen that the first goal plays big dividends in not just this league, but of all of hockey. So Proulx stepped up for his team, and this one could be a season-ending goal if that goal did go in. That puck be sent down the ice for icing, as there will be 2:20 left in the period here. The Junior Canadiens are back to even strength in this one, as we'll have Ney, the perpetrator, taking the face-off, trying to win it against Kruger. Kruger will come winning on that one, but Betts will swallow it up as the puck went over to his net. The Canadiens win this one. Shot from Faria, snagged by Betts right in between the legs in that one. He'll snag that one up.
And Blake, you can see they're utilizing that point shot a lot, like I said, but now they're starting to stream a forward in front. So they're definitely trying to create danger kind of in the crease of Betts with the long vision to get the deflection, get some bounces, and they're really taking the testament of throwing pucks on net to heart.
Kept in there by the Junior Canadiens. They jump it back in. Kaminker trying to keep it in. Ney will help him out, though. Betts will scoop it up behind his net once more. Drops it back. Skinner forechecking, giving him pressure, but he finds the stick of his Rebels defense. That puck will be sent down the ice once more, as it's 1:45 left here in the period. Still at a stalemate, but some very good competitive hockey in Game 3 of this quarterfinal series. The Junior Canadiens facing elimination, trying to get that first goal of the game to give them confidence in the rest of this one and the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you can never say about this series between the Mississauga Rebels and the Junior Canadiens is that it hasn't been exciting, exhilarating, competitive hockey. These two teams are very evenly matched despite the 2-0 lead for the Rebels. A couple bounces here, a couple bounces there, and it could have gone the other way. It shows how competitive this league is and how good of a series this is on every shift.
The puck dumped down the ice there, as the Junior Canadiens will be offside, but will now attack now. The Rebels haven't had a lot of opportunities either in that power play in this one. They'll look to find something in even strength before this period comes to an end. McGuckin, a nice little move. Tries to find Zerwowski on the cut, but Zerwowski is unable to get his stick out of that far reach pass. The Junior Canadiens battling with Zerwowski up against the boards now. Zerwowski showing some relentless behavior along the boards now. The Junior Canadiens will turn it the other way. Centering a pass to Zilkin. Zilkin shot wide of the net, just high and wide. A good opportunity. He also had Krawczyk with him, as the Junior Canadiens will look to regroup and dump it down the zone. Betts will play it out once more. He'll shoot it down the ice once more, finding the stick of McGuckin. Wow, a very good passer in this one. McGuckin will find the stick of Zerwowski. Zerwowski throws that wide of Camputaro, as the Junior Canadiens will still retain possession in their zone, trying to get through the neutral zone. Zilkin hits it up over to Jet Kawaja. Coming up, Jet Kawaja rips it, but that will be blocked in front there, as the referee has his hand up for a potential penalty coming on this one. We'll have to see what it is here, but it looks like there will be cross-checking on the play, and it will be Dimian Zilkin going to the box here with 14.7 seconds left in the period. That will trickle over to second period, but not something the Junior Canadiens want going into the end of the period.
No, but I always found getting those power plays at the end of the period was pretty tough because it splits that momentum in two, right? So they can create a great 15 seconds here, generate all the momentum they can, but without scoring, it really leaves that second period with something to long for. You kind of have to start getting that momentum as you reset once again.
Momentum won't come in the final 14 seconds of this one, as the Rebels got the puck clear down the ice, and they'll dribble it out as we'll jump into the second period. This middle frame will start still 0-0, just like the first period. Has been very enticing so far. A lot of play in the neutral zone, a lot of goalies coming out of their net, and it's a lot of Junior Canadiens action on Gavin Betts thus far. We'll see if this will continue. Once again, it is Blake Hanlon, joined by Sammy Rozovsky. What have you seen so far in this game that you've liked from both teams, but also some things that you maybe haven't liked?
I'm gonna be honest, Blake. I've seen basically the same thing we saw in the first two games. The Junior Canadiens generating the bulk of the chances, but it not really coming to any avail. It remaining 0-0, it remaining tied, it remaining not a Junior Canadiens lead. And now they're on the penalty kill once again. They've got to find a way to get it by bets. It's as simple as that. It's obviously easier said than done, but Blake, I've liked their gameplay, but they've got to figure out different shots, different opportunities, a way to solve that equation that is Gavin Betts. And the Rebels, they just keep sticking to the game plan. They aren't a puck possession heavy team against the Junior Canadiens, but it's worked for them so far, and if they keep playing like this, it will work for them in this game as well.
The Rebels look to break through the zone now, but the Junior Canadiens are able to clear this one out. A lot of time spent behind the net was Cole Zerwoski really killing the time on this Junior Canadiens penalty, but it'll be Gaudry looking to change that narrative in this one. Gaudry has a puck behind the net now. Battling with it with his teammate Thomas Kirkland on the power play. Up against the left side of the boards in the corner here. That will be number 73, Christian Colosimo, stepping up there, but he's unable to get it as the puck is cleared out of the zone. Gaudry will recoup it at the neutral zone, getting peppered by De Silva. The Rebels carried up through the zone now with the help of Marcus Kruger. Will be left behind the net. Caputaro will leave it, but it will be an icing towards the Rebels' end.
Yeah, and that power play not really generating much against the Junior Canadiens. They didn't really set up a cohesive cycle in the offensive zone. But again, lots of hockey left to be played in this one. But the Junior Canadiens, a big kill always goes a long way in generating momentum. So if I'm just going all offensive right now. I'm sliding my slider to full attack to really put pressure on the Rebels after a poor power play.
Change the strategy up here. The Rebels maybe down in the rough in this one, unable to generate an opportunity on the power play. Might be the time for the Junior Canadiens to strike indeed. Turn off the offensive sliders and look for goals. As that pass is dropped over to Ney. Shot over to De Silva, but De Silva hits the body of a Rebels defender. The other way now will be Colton Woods carrying it by Jet Kawaji. He'll dump it behind the net now.
And De Silva, he's got to get a shot on net on that play. It was a golden opportunity, a nice pass down low, and hitting the shin pad there is just egregious. You got to make sure you're getting one onto the net there, at least creating a chance, at least keeping possession. I think that's an opportunity wasted from the Junior Canadiens.
The Rebels have some pressure 5-on-5 in the Junior Canadian zone, but it'll be quickly erased here by Braden Krawczyk. Krawczyk gets over to Jet. Jet, a bomb, but it's just a little bit right on that shot there. And the net get dislodged once more with Betts running into it, trying to block off that potential shot on the net from Jet Kawaja.
Yeah, nice drop pass there from Braden Krawczyk to start the opportunity for Jet Kawaja, who has a howitzer, not afraid to let that one go. But the Junior Canadiens, they're hitting a lot of shin pads, Blake, and you got to get those shots through. You got to make sure you're placing them better, even to shoot for a rebound, because that's going to kill you in this game. And the Rebels doing a good job getting their body in front of it and not allowing it to reach their final line of defense in Betts.
Defense comes in many lines, just like Sammy said. So it's not just been the story of Betts in this one so far, though he's played very well, making some critical stops in tight, but it's also been the Rebels' defense in front of him who have prevented any more shots from getting through. The Rebels will look to prevent that even further here, winning this draw. Junior Canadiens the opposite. Kaminker at the point. Shot is blocked once again by the Rebels in this one, showing some great team defense. They'll turn it the other way now with the help of Kruger. Kruger through the neutral zone up the center of the ice now. He'll dump it for his teammates Chilia and Balosimo. The Junior Canadiens, however, scoop it back up, and they'll get it out of the zone back to the Rebels. That puck will be dumped back into the Junior Canadian zone. And Kelly will look to use his speed to get it up now. A lot of back and forth, head and turning just through the neutral zone have been both these teams. A centering pass over to find Kelly is unable to do so. Littman will scoop it up and throw it around the boards to Skinner. Kelly comes over to help him. Drops over, centering pass over to get over to Littman, but is unable to do so. As now the Rebels will turn the other way. Zerwoski trying to get around Faria on that one, but he is unable to do that. As now it's a 2-on-1 chance. Kelly centering pass to Zilkin. Zilkin is unable to. Betts trips him up in that play. Will be called off. The net gets dislodged. A good centering pass opportunity for Brady Zilkin to get one going.
Yeah, and that was a dangerous play that we saw from Nishan Faria to cut towards Zerwowski and try to get a piece of it in the neutral zone. If Zerwowski had 1 extra inch on his stick, he could have put that one ahead, and he would have been gone for a breakaway. But the risky moves often pay off, as we saw a centering pass from Kelly over to Zilkin in front, almost led to a Junior Canadiens goal. So the Junior Canadiens not afraid to step up and make the big plays.
Oh, beautiful moves there from Owen McGuckin. A pair of toe drags to get a shot on Camputaro, but Camputaro makes the save as this puck will be sent down the ice. I also want to correct myself. That play in front from Zilkin was into Braden Zilkin. Got mixed up with Braden Krawczyk on the Junior Canadiens. It is Dimian Zilkin. Want to give him his justice on that one. Didn't get justice on that centering pass in front there. But a couple of moves there from McGuckin to get Camputaro, get the puck past Camputaro on that one, but is unable to come up on that.
And that's both certainly good players in Braden Krawczyk and Dimian Zilkin. Both have been leading the offense in this game, but both have been unable to get the number 1 on the board.
Rebels will look to change the narrative in this one, having some good pressure in the Junior Canadiens zone. A big hit from Bilecki, knocking down Kelly. Kelly gets up quickly, but that's got to feel bad. You can see him Helgen over, trying to catch his breath. Bilecki with a thunderous hit. Jet Kawaja using his speed on his backhand, drive towards the net, tries to sneak it by Betts. Betts with a good stop with the display of applause in the crowd as that play will be blown off again because of the net. I'm not a big fan of these nets in this series. Sammy, I want to hear your thoughts on this. You've been a bit of a mediator between me and the Nets and maintenance staff here. But you know what? I think it's your time to share your thoughts on it thus far.
I mean, it's bound to happen. I obviously don't have the same animosity towards the net as you do, Blake Hanlon, but it's happened a couple times in this period, so clearly the pegs are not in there tight enough because, as we've seen, Betts does like to move laterally pretty quick side to side. We saw him hug the post really hard there on the Jet Kawaja opportunity, but let's get those nets in deep because that's just taking chances away from the Junior Canadiens. And in a game where they have Gavin Betts between the pipe, the golden opportunities don't come often. So to see those gone away because of the nets, that is disappointing.
Certainly some other external factors coming into play other than just these two teams that could be a part of the game that happens from time to time, but sometimes numerous ones aren't the best. De Silva tries to create an opportunity of his own as he just is turned aside there by Matthew Hobbs with a good stick out in front. Damian Zilkin will recoup it just below the line. His shot goes over to Hobbs. Hobbs will look to send it up the ice now. A good chance for Kelly. Kelly shot. Saved by Betts. You bet. A beautiful save from Gavin Betts in front. Kelly comes up short.
And Betts just doing what he does. Betts. You like that one?
No.
Okay, fair enough. But Adam Kelly, a great chance in front, and he has also been a main perpetrator of the offense throughout this series. He's one of those guys that goes a bit understated just due to the sheer star ability and star power of the Junior Canadiens, but he is always rushing towards the net, always generating opportunity, using his size to create chances and to create offense.
Kelly has speed on his side in all of his chances. He really uses that to generate all of his opportunities. He'll look to do so here as he blows a tire just at the red line. Camputaro will leave it for Zoo as Zoo will get up on the boards there. He gets knocked down with a thunderous hit by Burlock alongside the back of the net there. Wow, the Rebels are really upping the physicality of this one as Bilecki also has the puck now, stepping up from his defense position behind the net now. He will not get a chance there as Karskadin will retain possession, but he'll go back to his spot at the blue line. Leaves it over, but Belasmo is knocked down. The Junior Canadiens matching that physical attitude. Sorry, my apologies on this one with the Junior Canadiens on the rusher. Bodie Ryan, that's easily stops that, swallowing that up in the chest of his chest protector.
Yeah, and that's right. And Kelly started that play, knocking Balsamo down in the corner, matching the physicality, as you said. And I think that's an important thing in this game because we've seen a couple huge hits laid by the likes of
Bilecki and Burlock on the boards. And the Canadiens, it's about time they match that physicality, because they're not going to get anywhere if they're getting flopped around and being knocked down physically. And that's a good job by them to kind of match that energy and show that they can't be pushed around.
The Rebels will turn it the other way now. McGuckin, last time he had a chance of his own, he had a beautiful set of nifty dangles in front. That puck will be sent down the ice with 7:25 remaining in this middle frame. A lot of balanced play here. Balance, as all things should be, really even thus far. We'll find who will get the stalemate soon enough, though, as both teams look to break the goose egg. It'll be Ambrosio along the boards with Kawaja to the left of him. Kawaja throws it down the ice there. A lofty puck. It'll find a stick of Braden Krawczyk. Krawczyk is unable to get ahead of steam on that one. Ambrosio will look to do the same thing once more. Leaves it for Kawaja. Kawaja throws up the boards this time, though. Zilkin leaves it for Krawczyk. But Krawczyk is unable to keep it, as I spoke too soon there, as he blocks it with his pads when he on this clearing attempt. My apologies. The Rebels look to turn the other way. Littman will pick it up, falling down, keeping it in the zone here. Krawczyk with a nice hit up against the boards there. Throws it around to Zilkin. Zilkin in the corner now. He'll shovel that one out, trying to find Littman. Krawczyk will pick it up now along the boards now, using his body, using that frame to match the physicality the Rebels have been portraying in this one. That puck is staying towards the yellow side of the boards here, down below, trying to get this puck out. The refs might call the whistle in this one here. We'll have to wait and see. Falling down there is Belosimo. It's only a matter of time before the puck squeaks loose. Ambrosio throws it in net, really sneaking up there, throwing that one on Betts, but Betts easily snags that one.
Yeah, it does. And the Junior Canadiens, they're playing a little bit off the puck in the offensive zone. We saw Dimian Zilkin hanging up high. We also saw Javian Ney hanging up high, not really entering the rush, entering the corners. So I think they're really trying to play cautious and not allow the Rebels to capitalize on a fast break opportunity, get an odd man rush. So we'll see if that continues later in this game as they get more desperate to score.
The Rebels will look to turn the other way now. 3-on-2 opportunity here. Woods drops it for Karskadin. Karskadin shot blocked by Javian Ney. What a beautiful block from Javian in this one. He'll hobble around the ice there without his stick. He'll look to get back into the play. But a beautiful block there from Javian off the Karskadin shot in front.
And that's what you got to do. It's playoff time. Javian showing that he can't only contribute on offense, he also can on defense with a big block shot, something we've seen from the Rebels this whole series, so it's good to see from Javian Ney.
A shot along the side there, stopped by Camputaro, really getting tested in this one. De Silva uses his feet to get up to Faria now. Faria, shot at that rebound. Ryan trying to get a shot there, but wow. A lot of pressure coming out on both teams here as Bilecki has a break, but it's stopped away. Shot in front, big save, Camputaro. Number 16, Evan Gaudry had a good opportunity to get that one in front of the net.
And gosh, isn't this exciting, Blake? Just seeing some back and forth chances. A save from Betts, a Bilecki chance, stopped by Faria. The rebound, then once again sent over to the net of Camputaro. It's just been an exciting watch, real back and forth hockey. Shows how competitive this series has been.
Junior Canadiens will look to improve this intensity even further. Zilkin dumps it, trying to find the stick of Kelly. Kelly bows with it, but it'll go back to Zilkin. Zilkin rips one, but it's just turned aside. An easy stop for Betts. Kelly will scoop it up in the corner now. Back over to the point to Pruill. Pruill throws it just wide. Betts coming out. Centering pass in front, but it doesn't meet any avail and any stick of the Junior Canadiens. Kelly will bring it on his own now, but that will be turned offside.
Yeah, just so close. Kelly, if he would have waited another half second, he might have gotten across with no penalization there. But he wasn't able to wait, but he'll come back on. I like the energy from the Junior Canadiens in this period so far. They're really pushing hard, and you can tell. But the Rebels, they have been sticking to their game plan. So it's been kind of the clash of the Titans. Not the Toronto Titans, but Clash of the Titans it has been, and it's just been so exciting to watch as a fan of the game.
Kirkland and Zilkin getting their sticks tied up here as he'll shove them away with the stick there. But it'll be Krawczyk and Kruger lined up at the face-off draw here. Waiting for the referee to drop the puck here are both teams. Just checking the ice there is the Zebra, Mr. Stripes out there, as the Rebels will win the face-off draw and will look to carry it up through the neutral zone now. will get that puck through, but the Junior Canadiens will easily scoop this one up along the net now. Thrown up to the center of the ice. Now the Junior Canadiens have a head of steam with Krawczyk. Krawczyk, shot there, snagged easily by Betts. He will turn that away, no problem, as the crashing Krawczyk will have a stick of Cameron Tully coming his way, and it looks like it will be Krawczyk going to the penalty box for his play after the whistle.
And Blake, it's not often that I comment on a call, but I think that's an egregious play. Krawczyk came in for the rebound. The whistle had not blown. He was chasing his own rebound, something that he is legally entitled to do. And if anything, it should be Tully going for the stick to try to slash Krawczyk there on the play. I don't believe that should be a penalty at all, Blake. I didn't see the contact that Krawczyk made alongside Gavin Betts, but I don't think that's the right call at all. But nonetheless, now the Rebels a chance on that penalty.
The Rebels do have an opportunity to capitalize on a potential error and call there by the referee. Kelly will battle, though, shorthanded there, using his speed very well, all alone here deep into the zone. The Rebels able to shut him down with the hands of Karskadin and Bilecki helping it out. Karskadin will carry it up now. A playoff hero thus far for the Rebels. Karskadin will look to get another goal added to his playoff stats. Cleared down the ice. The Junior Canadiens a good job right out of reach for the jumping Bilecki. Betts will go backhand. Really kind of a nifty move from the goaltender there.
Yeah, you saw my reaction on that play. The little pump fake to evade the attacking forechecker and Bodie Ryan. Beautiful.
Ambrosio tries to break through there. Maybe in another universe, Gavin Betts could have been playing forward in this age division in the AAA GTHL. But, I mean, he chooses his fate in between the pipes.
I mean, the way he facilitates the puck, I think if the goalie position doesn't work out for him, he definitely has a future in being a distributor, being a playmaker.
We've also seen goalies become good coaches in the higher levels of hockey. We've seen Patrick Waugh out there. We've seen many more who have ended up between the benches. So maybe if the career doesn't pan out professionally and at the competitive level, certainly the hockey IQ can be displayed behind the bench.
Does that mean you're hinting at a future coaching career for yourself, Blake Hanlon?
Probably not. I don't think I am able to keep my cool enough as a coach. There would probably be a lot of ejections if I was behind the bench trying to facilitate a team. Maybe I'd lead my team to the promised land, but maybe some suspensions along the way. But nonetheless, the play just there was suspended in time as there's 10 seconds left here on the power play for the Rebels. Rebels unable to generate any opportunity here despite being gifted a penalty, as the words from Sammy Brzezowski said it was a little bit of a brutal call. They'll look to get the last chance here. Puck wrapped around the boards for Woods. Woods to Karskadin. Karskadin with some space here. Trying to set out in front, but it will be blocked away. The Junior Canadiens will shoot it up the ice now. That will probably be icing, though, as this penalty ended just now, even strength, and that will be sent down the ice for an icing with 2:01 left in the period. Even strength now, but wow, the Rebels have been really failing on the power plays thus far, even though they have had some good opportunities.
Yeah, and a failure of a power play rewarded with a bit of a sketchy icing call, to say the least. It was trickling, and the defenders weren't making the greatest effort to go get it. I don't know, if I'm a referee there, I maybe let them skate it out, as you saw the hustle from the Junior Canadiens. But that's the thing about no-touch icing that is employed in this league, as once it gets down there, it is an ice. So I would have thought that one was called off, but now a face-off inside gives the Rebels just another opportunity to keep it in deep.
Puck in front there. What was Camputaro doing? Had a very good chance to smother that one. Bilecki will keep it in the zone, though. As Sammy mentioned, some questionable calls from the referee. Potentially future careers for Sammy and I, maybe alternate careers if I went as a coach and he went as a referee, as we're both judging the latter in this one. Bilecki passes it over. Shot there. Rebound in front. And he scores! That will be Bilecki picking up this first goal of the game as the Rebels have 1-0 lead. A 1-0 lead second period. Wow. The Rebels are in this one with fury.
Yeah, and that play all started when Camputaro decided to play it, elected to move it in front and try to get it to Kawaja instead of just covering it up. Sometimes you got to take the smart play, you got to take the safe play and just reset, because giving that opportunity led to the Rebels' chance. It led to Bilecki popping in that rebound, and way to go to Bilecki to crash the net and jump in on that.
Kelly turns it the other way now, trying to generate something for his team now. Tries to center that to Ryan, but Ryan's shut down, trapped in front of the net there. The Canadiens will keep it in. Proulx at the point. He'll throw it around there, but it'll be turned aside. That puck is in the air, but it'll be scooped up by Gavin Betts. We have less than a minute now, 49.2 to be exact. The Junior Canadiens will look to get the tying goal in this middle frame, head into the period with the tie intact and have that confidence going into the third. Facing elimination, this is a critical opportunity for the Junior Canadiens here. Kelly battling along the boards now. Kelly has it. Wrapping around, shot in front. He is unable to get that one. Shot from Kelly. She scores! Adam Kelly ties it up, sending Betts to Canadian Tire because he needs a new water bottle. Popping that one, and the Junior Canadiens have a tie game.
And a beautiful shot, and guess what it was in? It was in traffic. Betts had no chance in that one. He had a whole yard sale in front of him. He had a bunch of bodies. He had no chance to see that one through. Adam Kelly, however, placed it perfectly. And now the Junior Canadiens, if they can avoid a catastrophe here in the last couple seconds, will go into the period knowing they just need to win the third, and they will hang on.
Junior Canadiens are showing some relentless perseverance in this one as they'll try to get another one really quickly here. Shot there, stopped in front, blocked in front, as another opportunity will be turned aside by the Rebels. This period will trickle down, though. Doesn't look like the Rebels or Junior Canadiens will get anything, as we'll jump into the third period with a tie game. A final 15 minutes left to play here in this third period. The Junior Canadiens will look to avoid elimination while the Rebels will look to end their season with a sweep. As Skinner comes up through now. Off the break, shot is just turned aside there. Nice block there from Cameron Tully. As I was saying, the Junior Canadiens are looking to extend their season just a little longer. But the Rebels want to go home packing with a beautiful sweep going into the semifinals. Once again, I'm Blake Hanlon, joined by Sammy Brzezowski, as that save is made by Betts in front there. It's been a very exciting game. We've been enjoying ourselves in the booth thus far.
It has been. It's been just like this series. You know, it's been a lot of chances back and forth that have been stonewalled by both Camputaro, or in some cases Ingram in Game 2, and Gavin Betts. So it's just been exhilarating to watch, and it just seems like both goalies have a stranglehold over both teams, and the scoring has not been easy to come by. And so for each of these teams, they'll be looking to get one quick, just get the momentum and hang on.
Krawczyk will throw it out in front, but it will not meet a stick of his teammate. He'll wrap it around, trying to get in front, but it's turned aside, taken away by the Rebels, taken away by Cole Zerwoski as he'll turn it the other way now. It's an important note to mention that Betts has played all 3 games thus far. Shot there, stopped by Camputaro. Lima has been on the bench for the Rebels all series, that is, this far. As the Junior Canadiens have elected to go with a tandem, the Rebels have been riding high with Gavin Betts.
Yeah, and with their season on the line, they elected to throw in Camputaro, and he makes a nice save on Owen McGuckin in front there. He had the chance to go blocker side, he did. But it was Camputaro, he just looked strong, looked solid. It seemed almost like lackadaisical the way he made that save, and sometimes you got to admire that confidence from a goalie to make the easy save, deflect it in the corner, and move on from that opportunity.
Some goalies make it easier than it actually is with a little relaxation in between the crease. Shot on net there is turned just to the left of the goalpost. It'll be in the corner now. Kelly with it now, spinning around, tries to get in front. Shot there is a little wide. It'll go out of the zone, and it will go back towards the Junior Canadiens bench. It will be scooped up by Kamiker. Kamiker stops and goes the other way now. He'll carry up through the neutral zone. But a big hit there. Kamiker goes down, but it will avail no chance for the Rebels, but a big hit there. The Rebels carry it behind the net now, waiting for an opportunity. Bodie Ryan playing the aggressor. It'll be Skinner. Shot in net there. A good chance for Krawczyk, but is unable to get an opportunity in the slot there. A golden opportunity. Ryan carries it up now to Krawczyk. Back over to Ryan. He'll throw it behind the net now. Krawczyk centering. Shot. Scores! Skinner gets the second goal of the game for the Junior Canadiens as they lead this one early in the third period.
And you could tell Krawczyk was just itching for a goal. We saw him demanding for the pass from Skinner earlier in the play, and it just seemed like his shift was going to pop one in, and he did a beautiful centering pass over to Skinner. But Skinner, credit to him for popping that one in behind Betts right away on the centering pass, wasted no time, just allowed it to hit his stick. got the one-touch shot in. A beautiful play by the Junior Canadiens, who, as it is, will live to see another game.
So it's the first third period lead the Junior Canadiens have had in this series thus far. So my apologies. Do you think they have it in the bag now? They've had confidence through the entire series. They've been pounding the net of bets. Do you think they might have this one in the bag?
I think they could have this one in the bag, Blake, but I have underestimated the Rebels this whole series. I have underestimated the man between the pipes, Gavin Betts. So if I know him, he's not allowing another goal let go behind him. He has been solid all throughout this series. He hasn't allowed a lot, and they've all been nice plays. They've all been well without a reach of him. So I think it's up to the Rebels if they want to turn on the offense. If the Junior Canadiens can stifle that offensive effort, they will win this game.
Junior Canadiens will look to get that there. Stopped by Betts easily in from the shot from the point there. Important note to mention in this one, as another save is made by Betts, Colt Zerwoski is yet without a goal. He is one of the main reasons why the Rebels are in this playoff, sneaking in late in the season. But it might be his turn to play hero and tie this one up as he looks to send his team to the semifinals.
Yeah, definitely like a call to action for him, because he has been able to facilitate the offense and he has been acting as a playmaker. You see him bring the puck in on nearly every rush his line is a part of. But yeah, why not? Get your name on the board, take matters into your own hands, and tie this game up, send the Junior Canadiens packing, and move on to the semis.
The Junior Canadiens still keeping that pressure within them. So Rebels are playing a little bit scared behind their own net there. A nice hit there. The Junior Canadiens keep it in. Stopped easily by Betts using that glove very, very well. That glove save is kind of in the bag of Gavin Betts. Instead of using the pad save a lot, he looks to swallow the puck up with his glove there. Do you think that's a good strategy to stop the play?
Absolutely. Instead of creating a rebound, which we saw has generated a lot of chances for both teams, you stop it. You get the whistle. You reset. We saw the Rebels' goal was because a puck was played that could have been covered. Take the simple play. It's the playoffs. Chances are hard to come by. Like that glove save there. He goes out of his way to make the stop, get the faceoff. It just slows things down. Teams are forced to make a change. It changes momentum. It's a smart play, and I like it from Betts.
Krawczyk will line up now looking to win another draw for the Junior Canadiens, as this play in the third period has been in the Rebel zone a lot. He will not win that against Colton Woods, as Colton Woods is called in to replace his centerman. It'll be Krawczyk trying to keep it in, but the Rebels get it through now. It'll be Karskaden trying to get it through the zone, but is unable to as their Junior Canadiens will scoop it back up. De Silva circling around, finding the stick of Kaminker finally. Krawczyk centering pass, trying to find a good opportunity in front. Bouncing puck to Silva, almost had one of his own, but Betts jumps out of his crease and makes a nice smothering stop.
Blake, the hand-eye required to make that play, keep it on your stick and try to bat it towards the net of Betts. My goodness, Julius De Silva, what a creative opportunity, and really takes a lot of courage to try it, and he almost put that one behind Betts on that play. Would have been a highlight reel goal.
If he got that goal there, it would have been Dacia later on a beautiful tip out in front there. The Rebels will still look to hold the Junior Canadiens off despite all the offensive pressure and maybe get a goal of their own, as you see Zerwoski on the ice now with McGuckin. Shot there is just a little wide of Kambutara, making it a nice, easy stop. The Junior Canadiens cough it up, though, as the Rebels will look to regroup, my apologies. Tully dumps it down there. The Junior Canadiens look to get it through now. Ney drops over, but McGuckin gets the takeaway. That will be an offside there just outside the line. A falling down Rebels player will prove for the offside on that one, as it will just be just to the left of the Junior Canadiens blue line, just in front of the Junior Canadiens bench.
That's right. And Blake, the Junior Canadiens need to be careful about their turnovers high in their own zone towards the blue line. That is a recipe for disaster with all the great shots, especially on this line alone. You have Zerwoski, who has maybe one of the best shots in the league. You have Bilecki down low, and then you have McGuckin and Godfrey, so you just really need to be careful. Make sure you get that pass out and don't do any dangerous passes towards the blue line.
Some dangerous territory in front of Betts there in front. but he is staying strong and tall in front of his team, keeping them in this one. He's faced a lot of shots on net, a lot of traffic that is as well, but he has kept this still at a 2-1 game. We'll have to wait and see if that continues in this one as the Junior Canadiens look to get that insurance marker off the draw here.
And it's 18 versus 18 in Krawchuk versus Kirkland. So I always like to see those numbers face off against each other, but this time it'll obviously be the Rebels who come up with it.
The Junior Canadiens will still get it back in their own zone now, trying to hit the stick there, but Littman is not that long to get that puck there. It will be turned down the ice for icing.
Yeah, I believe it got a piece, and that's why it took that weird bounce against the glass. So good call from the refs to bring it back to the circle here. We've seen this a couple times in this playoffs where the refs kind of go after their own point and realize, okay, you know what? On us, let's go to the middle, we'll reset.
The referees make the adjustment in this one, as Sammy made my adjustment there too, correcting the correct call on that one. Camputaro comes out of his net there to turn it along the boards now. The Rebels unable to keep it in. Jet Kawaja coming up through the ice now. He turns on the Jets around the net now. He leaves it for Adam Kelly behind the net. Adam Kelly throws it, but it's deflected wide. Shot on net there, but it's unable to get Betts. Betts without a stick in net now. He'll look to go grab it as the Rebels turn it the other way. Dumping it down the ice is Balasimo. Camputaro has a stick, though, and he'll leave it for the Junior Canadiens defense. Ambrosio playing, though, with the puck now, getting up the ice of Skinner. De Silva forechecking. De Silva wraps around the net, trying to get that pass from Betts. That's Skinner carrying it up now on his own, trying to get through. Splits the D, shot! A big save there by Betts, keeping this still at 2-1. As the referee has his hand up in the air now, waving off, I think maybe just waving off a potential goal. I'm not sure what the call was there.
Blake, I believe that was a potential high stick in front after the Skinner chance. I believe it was De Silva once again trying to use his hand-eye to bat it out of the air. But because the Rebels played the possession, it was called off and play resumes.
It'll be De Silva once more trying to get in the corner there, but he's shut down by Colosimo as he is still wrapped up there by Colosimo. Shot on there. Good chance for Zoo. Zoo is not able to get that one through as it will come out there. Another opportunity to get the rebound off the block shot as the Rebels will turn it the other way. A tired Junior Canadiens line out there. Shot there is turned wide. A nice hit from Faria. You'll see of streaming Burlock trying to go after Faria after the whistle. Some intimidation, if you may.
And I don't really understand why Burlock is upset with Nishan Faria there, because that shot from the point was well after the whistle, Blake, after the offside that kind of stopped that Rebels chance. So I'm surprised nothing comes from that, as the whistle had clearly gone, so Faria was just giving him a little shot to say, hey, no reason to shoot that there. And Burlock trying to go take off Faria's head. You could see there was some anger in his strides, but Faria, he looked confident. You saw him kind of calling him towards him. So confidence showing from the Junior Canadiens, and the Rebels, they're not afraid to turn up the physicality either.
Certainly a very physically dominant team versus a very skilled team. Maybe they don't use their body as much as they could. That puck will be sent down the ice. No icing as that puck was deflected down the straight end of the ice. Nice play for Littman to try to get the puck through, but it's taken away by the Rebels. Dumped through the zone. That one will look to be icing as Camputaro will play, as it will be sent down the ice.
6:45 to go, Blake, just about. And the Canadiens, they have had their bulk of chances this period. I've really liked the way they've thrown the puck towards Gavin Betts, and the defense have been getting involved as well. We saw Jet Kawaja streaming in as he usually does, but even Zoo had that golden opportunity on the rebound. So they're not turning off the offense. You see a lot of teams kind of take a sit back, and against a Rebels team that moves and capitalizes on their opportunities when given to them, I think that's a strong play and a good mindset of the Canadiens. They just want to keep going, hold on to this win, and do so by potentially scoring more goals.
Kelly sends it over to Ney. Ney on his own, shot just at the pads of Betts. We'll go back to the point of Kawaja. Kawaja, Ambrosio, slap shot. It's stopped. Good opportunity from Kelly in front, trying to get a second of the game. His stick breaks. He'll have to go to the bench and get a new one. Ambrosio looks to pressure Chile as he dumps it down the ice, but Camputaro will stop that one. Kelly had a good opportunity in front to extend this lead to 3-1, but Betts is still keeping his team in the dying minutes of this one. Skinner on a break. Skinner, a toe drag, but he's shut down, but still tries to keep the puck with him as Skinner will hit from behind along the boards there. No call on the play. DeSilva will pick it up using his edges to get around there. Twisting and turning, he gets it back over to Zoo at the point. Zoo sends it over. Shot there. Good opportunity in front for another rebound and another potential play there. Maybe a tripping penalty that could have been called, and it looks like it will be. We'll see who will go to the box for this play on the ice right now. The referee are waiting to find someone. It'll be Skinner heading to the boxes. The Rebels have an opportunity to tie this one up with minutes remaining, 5:33 to be exact.
Yeah, and Skinner, he's got to be a little bit unhappy with that shift. We saw the chance where he tried to split the D. He could have just as easily taken it wide, Blake, and gone for the easier opportunity. I understand the inclination to beat both defenders, but I believe he could have used his speed, which he certainly has, to get an opportunity, get a whistle. But instead, now it's a power play for the Rebels. So Skinner, he's going to be counting down the seconds to get back on and keep competing for the Canadiens.
As it sits right now, Skinner also has the potential game-winning goal in this one, as he's played the hero for the Junior Canadiens so far, but his costly mistake might be the end for the Junior Canadiens if this results in a power play goal. The Rebels have it deep in the Junior Canadian zone now. Helping out is number 61, Andrew Belosimo, keeping it in. But Jet Kawaja will be able to clear this one down the ice. A nice job from Jet to get this one out of harm's way, as Betts will carry the puck, waiting for his defense to scoop it back up.
Junior Canadiens have done a good job penalty killing all game. The Rebels have had the bulk of the chances and have been able to set up, but they haven't allowed any super dangerous opportunities to go through.
Bilecki, a good opportunity to get through there, but he is unable to find his trailing across the ice teammate. Zilkin will carry it on his own. Betts will smother it up, but is unable to. Zilkin wraps that around the net now, taking it away from Betts. Helping him out is Bodie Ryan, or Krawczyk, my apologies, as the Rebels will look to recoup and get something started here late in the third period. Not that much time left on this power play. It's now or never for the Rebels to get this one going here. Zarwowski carried it through the zone now. Alone. Drops it back over to the point. Karskadin keeps it in. He'll leave it at the point. Shot there. Won't get through, but it'll be McGuckin picking it up. Zarwowski expecting someone to be back there, but no one's there. Betts will come out and shoot it down to Bilecki. Almost an interception, as it would have been Betts trying to go back into his net on a chance for the Junior Canadiens. Shorthanded Ryan carries it up through now. Diving to try to get that puck first, as there's 12 seconds left on the power play. Zarwowski, time is of the essence, trying to get through, but is shut down. Some good defense from Zoo as they both get knocked down in this one. Zarwowski and Zoo up against the corner of the boards now, and it'll be Ryan trying to get out. Penalty over. It is at even strength. Skinner picks it up. Skinner on his own. He gets knocked out by Cameron Tully. A thunderous hit by the Rebels as they'll turn up through the neutral zone now. McGuckin, another big hit there. McGuckin all alone with three Junior Canadiens defensemen. His teammates are too busy throwing the body all over the ice. He falls down. Burlock will look to help. Tully will also look to help up against the side of the boards now. It will be Littman coming up through the Junior Canadian zone now. Or the Rebel zone, my apologies. The Rebels carry it up now with Burlock trying to center in front, but it's way too ahead. Faria will scoop it back up. DeSilva carries it up through the zone now, pushing the tempo, but the Rebels are able to get it out. Another thunderous hit from Burlock. You know he was itching for that one. The physicality is high. The intensity is high in this potential elimination game.
Yeah, Blake, this has been an incredible sequence of hits between both teams. We saw even Javian Ney laying the body after he blocked a couple shots earlier in this game. Everyone seems to want to get a piece of the action. It really shows the passion for both of these guys. We saw Bodie Ryan diving for the puck. We saw Bilecki diving for the puck as well. It seems like each team is really playing with desperation, and it's making for some entertaining hockey.
This is hockey, baby. This is the playoffs, and it's been a very good game thus far as this third period is trickling down. It's only a matter of time before the Rebels consider pulling Betts to get an extra attacker there on the ice, but it won't be here. The Rebels turn it over, and it'll be the Junior Canadiens in now. Krawczyk will carry it in, but it'll be an offside called with 1:49 left on the clock. Do you think the next opportunity the Rebels have on the rush, they'll look to pull bets?
I think the next time they have possession, potentially, because they don't want to just get the opportunity and the Junior Canadiens could send it down. So if I'm the Junior Canadiens, I'm just going to keep the forecheck up, not allow them to create that possession, not allow them to get a setup, and not even give them the opportunity to take bets out of this game.
A shot chance here. Good save by Betts. In front there was Zilkin trying to get that third goal of the game. And the Rebels will turn it the other way now with Zerwowski forechecking. That puck will be sent down the ice for icing. 1:26 left. They don't have a lot of time to get that capitalizing, tying goal. And that clearing attempt kind of solidified maybe their fate in this one.
Perhaps, but if I'm Krawczyk, I'm trying to tie up Karskaden on the draw here, just waste some more time, not allow them to get set up, and that's exactly what he attempts to do there. Smart play from him to just slow things down and just delay the rush even further.
A good win by Karskaden to get it back ASAP, though, as you see Betts sneaking out there waiting for the puck get through. You see he's itching to get to the bench. Tully dumps it down the ice. Camputaro will look to halt that real quickly, though. It's kept in by the Rebels. That's because Karskaden against the side of the boards now with everyone trying to get that puck out as the dying seconds will now resume. Junior Canadiens trying to clear it, and they will. That will be a clearing pass down the ice there, as will be another icing for the Junior Canadiens with 48.1 seconds left in the third period.
And a good chance from Ryan to get that one out. I didn't think he'd get it around as he had two Rebels forecheckers on the sideboards, but he ripped that one around, and he'll take the icing because that'll mean a new unit, some fresh legs for the Junior Canadiens to do the exact same thing. 6v5
right now as that puck is sent down the ice. Once more, the Junior Canadiens will repeat what they just did, but with less time now on the clock with 41.5. An extra attacker on the ice for the Rebels to try to send this game to overtime. It might come, it might not, but either way, they'll leave this game still with the series lead, but the Junior Canadiens will look to extend their season even further. That puck is won by the Junior Canadiens once more. They'll look to clear it down the ice again, and they will, but it might be able to be beaten by the Junior Canadiens, and it will not be. It will be 32.3 seconds left on the ice. It's just repeat for the Junior Canadiens, but kill as much time as possible. But it'll be to the right of Camputaro now.
And Blake, noticeably absent from the Rebels' six-man lineup is Zerwowski. You'd think he'd be out there on the side to get that shot off, but perhaps they'll be saving him for the dying seconds?
Maybe he is facing some sort of ailment or cardiovascular ailment as well. Just cardio maybe playing a factor in this one, catching his breath as he's played a lot of this game on the power play, penalty kill, and an even strength. The puck is along the boards now. Trying to keep it out are the Junior Canadiens, and they will get it out of the zone. This period is going to come to an end very soon. The Rebels have one last opportunity there. Shot on Nev Camputaro. He swings it away. A good play there from Camputaro as this game will end in the Junior Canadiens' favor as they win this game 2-1 with a scrummage up against the boards now, but it doesn't matter. The Junior Canadiens extend their season even further as we'll go to Game 3 with a 2-1 series lead still for the Rebels.
The Junior Canadiens, they hold on. It's a 2-1 victory and now a 2-1 series. They avoid elimination for tonight thanks to Max Skinner. He scored the game-winning goal. It was Adam Kelly picking up the equalizer, and what a game it was from those two.
You know what? It really was. Max Skinner, someone who I don't find we talk about too much, if at all. He was the one to pot in the game winner for the Junior Canadiens. He was the one that was able to keep their season alive. What a game it was for that young man.
It was a fantastic game from that young man, a fantastic game from their netminder as well. And you know what? Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in to the 3 stars of the game.
Well, I will say I think my first star of the game is going to go to Mr. Skinner. He was the one, again, to pot in that game-winning goal, really cementing their comeback to bring them back from that 1-0 deficit. So the first star of the game goes to you, Max. The second star of the game, I got to go with the goaltender, Camputaro. He had a tremendous bounce-back game from a bit of a shaky performance in that first game. Only allowed 1 goal and then was rock solid when he needed to be. Was really able to keep the Junior Canadiens in this game for the entire duration, which is all you can really ask for your goaltender. And third, I'm going to go with Adam Kelly, the man who started the comeback, scored the equalizer early in their hopes for a comeback, I should say. And yeah, just a really solid performance, especially from the depth pieces of the Junior Canadiens. I was really surprised and delighted to see that it is their depth guys and maybe some people that we don't talk about all too much stepping up and setting the pace of play and scoring those important goals.
Yeah, and we can really see how close this series has been. It could go either way. We'll see which way it goes in Game 4. Nice move there from the Oreo. Toe drag, shoots, scores!